Okay, I hope you're enjoying playing, and I hope that what you've been learning has been beneficial. Once again, remember to practice, and the more you practice, the more this will come to you naturally. You will memorize it, and this is when you'll really begin to learn how to play by ear. You'll start developing a sense of being able to actually reproduce what you hear when you hear other harmonicas play live or on record, and that's what we're trying to get you to eventually work up to. A few other things I'd like to touch on. One thing is tone we haven't discussed. Tone is very important in developing to play on a professional or semi-professional level. And by tone we mean the actual sound of the harmonica. If you listen to recordings, you'll find each player had a different tone or a different sound, even though they might play the same notes. One person who comes into mind was Big Walter Horton, who was a personal friend of mine. He had what we call a very big, fat tone, okay? It's just like the man could play one or two notes, and it had so much force to it. And again, like I say, less is more. You don't always have to play a lot of notes to be effective. Little Walter, the king, all-time king of all harmonica players, had his special tone. Some of it depends on what microphone you use and what amplifier, and we'll touch on that before we go. All right? So experiment, and you'll develop your own tone eventually. But you want a kind of sound that sounds bluesy, and by listening to records, people you should listen to, which will be included in the guide, are people like naturally Little Walter, Sonny Boy Williamson. There were two Sonny Boys. There was John Lee Williamson, they called Sonny Boy #1, and Rice Miller, who they called Sonny Boy #2. Okay? These guys are all extraordinary exponents of the harmonica. And their recordings are readily available. Jimmy Reed, and of course of the ones, the pioneers that are still alive, James Cotton, and whenever you can hear him, Junior Wells, and Carrie Bell, I must mention, because he was a tremendous influence on me personally. I actually replaced him when he left the Willie Dixon Chicago Blues All-Stars. One story that comes to mind about Willie Dixon, I played with him for 5 years. Willie Dixon was the man who wrote all the blues songs. And I remember I replaced Carrie Bell, and everywhere I'd go, everyone was looking for Carrie Bell because he was so good. He still is good. And here I come. I thought I was ready, and I'd get up there, and every time I played, they'd be saying, well, where's Carrie Bell? Because I found out I wasn't as ready as I thought I was. And it got so bad, I started losing my nerve. I got nervous, you know. But Willie, and the club owners would actually go to Willie and ask him. He said, well, hey, man, what's up with this harp player? He hasn't quite got it together. Well, Willie said he'll be all right. Because Willie's philosophy was that I'd rather take someone young who doesn't know it all, who listened, than someone old and seasoned who you can't tell a damn thing. So that's how I learned. Every chance you get, when it becomes available to you, when it's practical, try to sit in, listen to all the harp players you can, and that way you'll have a good sense of the instrument and a good sense of where you want to go with your instrument.